Hello everybody. Today's video is on about getting connected back to your true self and how you get connected back to your true self. First of all, the best way to get connected back to your true self is by listening to your inner voice. So example, somebody asks you to do something, say a coworker asks you to swap shifts, but you don't wanna, or your first instinct is no, then you have to say no. So basically you have to listen to your first instinct. That is your inner voice. That is who you truly are. So if somebody asks you to do something and your inner voice says no, you have to say no. If you are at a job that you don't like, you need to start looking for another job. And you need to leave that old job. And then if you find another job and you're still not quite pleased with that job, then you find another job. You basically you keep switching things until you're content with it. If you're in a relationship that you're not happy in, you have to leave the relationship. You can stay in a bad relationship. I'm not gonna say leave. Like if you have kids and you're like, well, we have kids, it's fine. It's just what's happening is you're obviously gonna be unhappy until you do leave that situation, right? Because you're doing something that's against what your true self really wants. And the thing is, when you do leave a relationship or whatever, you can say, oh, I'm staying because of money or whatever. That's fine, you can do that, but like I said, you're just basically going against your true self. So what's happening is you're split. And if you are 100% in mask mode, because you know we all wear masks out there, this is where you're at right now. And every time you make a decision that is in line with your true self, you kind of stitch yourself back together until eventually 100% you reach the top of Maslow's hierarchy scale, or I like to say the epitome of self-love, right? Because you're living for yourself, you're not making yourself small, you're happy, you're in line with your true self. And then every time you make a decision that goes against your true self, you're splitting yourself even more. So you can get, if you're here, you got years worth of healing and work to do and listening to your inner voice, or if you're raised to be a people pleaser. I want to use examples of tarot cards. So usually when you are in full mask mode, gosh, I think this is the 9 of Swords. This is where you are, right? You're pretending like you don't know what's going on, and you're pretending like you don't know, like you're blind, like, oh, I don't know what to do with myself. I don't know why my life sucks. I don't know, I hate myself. Or I hate my life. I hope you don't hate yourself. But you know, it happens. So this is who you currently are. You're at the 9 of Swords. You see how you're blinded and there's swords all around you and you don't know which way to go? I don't know the actual meaning of 9 of Swords, but when you're in full mask mode and you're disconnected from your true self, think of yourself, this is your life. You're trapped, right? You're trapped, you're tied up, and there's swords all around you. Well, let me tell you something, ain't nobody coming in to save you. So you have to unbind yourself and start making decisions that are in line with who you truly are if you want your life to be better. When you're in full mask mode, the devil has you. You see how these two are binding? Oh, they're naked. Oh my gosh. My video's gonna get flagged. The devil has you binded. Pretend like you didn't see that, YouTube. So, but you can break yourself free of these chains. To be honest, life is basically tarot cards. Once you start making decisions that are in line with who you really are, you see the Wheel of Fortune. When you're making decisions that are against, you're probably at the bottom of the wheel, but you can rise to the top of the wheel. You see how? But you have to get back to your true self, okay? You're not in bondage. You know what to do. You have all the answers. You have to start little by little. And then what's gonna happen when you start listening to your inner voice and listening to your true self? You're gonna go through a death. You're gonna die. Spiritually, you're gonna die. Because then you have to be reborn again. You know, the Bible says, you must die to be reborn again. Yeah, you're gonna have to die. Then, which is probably gonna cause a tower. Which, actually, a tower can be a good thing. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm a beginner, and to be honest, I should probably know more. To me, life is basically tarot cards. You can probably pick up a tarot card deck, and you could probably pick out what phase of life you're in right now. in terms of just tarot cards, like what's going on in your life. If you're totally exhausted, burnt out, that's the 10 of Swords. That means you're down for the count. You're super weak. If you're you're sailing away, this is actually good. This could be meaning that you left a battle, you know, and you're sailing away to safety now. You're safe now. 5 of Pentacles, you're out in the cold. I'm not a tarot reader. I just like to describe life in tarot cards because you can actually look at a tarot card and see, like, where am I right now in my life? What card am I physically living in right now? What world? I remember when I was in this was the place of not loving yourself, or, you know, being depressed, being unhappy. Okay, well, this is kind of a botched reading. It's not a reading, it's just me saying that you can describe life. You can actually pick up a tarot deck and figure out what phase of life you're going through right now. So, ew. Okay, the video is over. I'm done. I hope you like it.